Hello again, it's Michael Price. So the company that we've been talking about is a company called Peak, that's PEAK.ai. These guys are flying. They're a Gartner Core vendor. They've been doubling in size year on year. They did 10 million last year from 5 million the year before. And their solution is artificial intelligence and it's machine learning. And to be clear, I think that's one of those markets where actually you could have a poor product and still do well. You could have a badly branded company, you could still be doing well. But actually, if you've got a good product that's well branded with a good selling mechanism in a good market, you're flying. And that's exactly what's happening with these guys. They've got that perfect combination of right product, right place, right time. They've got a number of different roles. They're all new business based and they're all vertical. They all have some form of vertical ownership. Essentially, you get a patch. Now, the patch in the UK are split down because they're more mature in the UK than they are in the US, but I'll come on to the US thing in a moment. In the UK, they're recruiting into the UK manufacturing market, in the chemical space, in the pharma space, and in the food and beverage space, and they're also then recruiting into the retail market as well. And if you look at their website, they're really strong in all of those verticals with some brilliant reference sites. Now, in the US, what they're doing is they're having somebody based from the UK initially, selling into the US, and then they're going to move that person out to the US. Now, obviously, the US for them is much less saturated, so the patch is much wider. And what will happen here is this person will move to the US, they will then become the country manager for the US. The guys at Peak think the US is going to be their biggest market worldwide. They have never, ever recruited a manager externally, so I'm as sure as I can be that this role will become the country manager for the US, as are they. That's 100% their intention. In the US, they're going to look at retail and manufacturing as a starting point. They do already have a little US referenceability, but obviously their story is so strong in the UK that that's a good story to take to the US. What they're looking for is somebody who's got really strong selling skills. What they mean by strong selling skills is somebody who's used to doing selling by asking questions. If you're a product pitcher, this will not be right. Christian, the guy I deal with, he always says, listen, Mike, did anybody actually really ever phone us up to buy AI software? Well, no, they didn't. He said, and if they did, they didn't really know what they phoned up for. But actually, do all of our clients have a problem with data that can be solved by machine learning and AI? Yeah, 100%. But you've got to be able to ask questions to get to that point. It'd be ideal if you had some form of vertical knowledge in one of those that we've mentioned, but that is by no means essential at all. These guys are really, really bothered about the person and how they sell. Package 80 to 90k basic, double OTE, plus stock. That's right, stock from day one, which is really important. These guys have got a 5-year plan, and if they realise that 5-year plan, which for sure they're on track to do, and you can't see why they wouldn't, those people who have stock will make a very good amount of money. You've got my contact details. I may send you a link to Angus the Bot. We use that to collect data. It's quite compliance-driven, the process in recruitment, as you can imagine. And hopefully I'll speak to you again soon.